most of you brothers and sisters share a lot of like similar thoughts that I have, that we have together, right? We are Christians in this world that hates Christians. It can be hard some days. And there's a lot of people in the truth community, and not everyone's a truther. Not everyone knows Jesus Christ and has salvation. That is the truth. Without Jesus and the gospel, if you deny Jesus and the gospel, you are not a truther. I am not trying to make people angry or irritated at me. If you do not know Jesus Christ, you are not a truther. Everything has to do with Jesus Christ. The Bible, it all points to Jesus Christ, his death, burial, and resurrection, according to the scriptures. I don't know the majority of the people on this channel that I feature. I'm not the only one doing this kind of investigating. There are others. There's not enough, though. It's very few. But I know that these signs, symbols, and agendas rule the world, and it has to do with Freemasonry. Some people might talk about the Jesuits, but I'm focusing on signs, symbols, and agendas that I can clearly show, and that they are antichrist. I don't think everyone I show is like some devil-worshipping whatever, but they're involved in Freemasonry, and the small g quote-unquote god of Freemasonry is Lucifer the light bearer. That is Satan. Let's look at this video as an example. I don't know Danny Flacco. I don't know his heart, but God does. I don't hate this person, but I'm going to point out these signs, symbols, and agendas. If people do them, that's what they're putting out to the world, and it's deceiving people. This kind of stuff helped me to know Jesus Christ and the Bible are true. It helped to open my eyes. So I know that it can do that for me, and it's done that for me. I hope it would do it for other people as well. Danny Flacco is a musician from Spain. He's throwing up the devil horns here. Is it just because he's super rock and roll? Right? He's throwing up the devil horns again here. Is he just rock and roll? He's doing the vow of silence, right? This is suspicious. I know people can pose like this, but not thousands and thousands of them doing it out. Like, let's say a person has like 50 images of them on the internet, scattered around different sites in their social media. They just so happen to be doing these handful of signs, right? The vow of silence, the 666, the Eye of Horus, the Uttara Bodhi Mudra, of course. And they do other things. They hide their hand in their coats the way Freemasons do. They stand on checkerboards, etc. So Danny Flacco, the artist from Spain, I don't know him and I don't hate him, but I'm pointing this out because this stuff helped me. So I hope it helps others. He's doing another version of the vow of silence there. He's hanging out on the Freemason checkerboard. Here's a poster of him or an album cover, I'm not sure. He's using this big leaf here to darken one of his eyes utterly, doing the Eye of Horus. That's not a good thing. Horus is just another name for Satan. All the false gods and deities are part of Satan's kingdom, and some of it may just be made-up lore, but a lot of it has to do with ancient Egypt, and God and ancient Egypt didn't exactly get along now, did they? And Freemasons, they love the old Egyptian ways, right? They borrow a lot of symbolism from Egypt. The Eye of Horus, right? That's from Egypt. That's the Eye of Horus, another sun god. So Danny Flacco, let's review. He's throwing up the devil horns. I know what people will say, he's just rock and roll, right? But he's rock and roll again there. This is a sign. It's the sign of the horns. Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, explains it in videos that you can Google. You can find them on YouTube. He explains that it's a curse sign and that people that are satanic do this thing. I know that rock and rollers do it as well too. Heck, I've probably thrown this up back in my days. But I didn't research it then. I didn't understand that it has another meaning to it. And the vow of silence, right? I know people can be in the library and whatever, but he's doing the vow of silence there and there. He's on the Freemason checkerboard, and he's darkening one eye utterly, doing the Eye of Horus. Again, I don't know this person, and I don't hate this person, but I'm going to point this stuff out because it is in the world, and it is part of Satanism. It is part of Freemasonry. If people are in Freemasonry and they don't know what I'm talking about ever, they're probably pretty low in the rank, in the order. You move up in degrees in Freemasonry. This is from research. A lot of Christians know this. Why? Because we're in the truth community. We're trying to help each other, right? We're trying to show things. We're trying to shine light on the darkness, reprove it, expose it. And that's what this stuff is. It's darkness. It's occult. It's esoteric. It's been hidden in plain sight. Not everyone believes this. You can show them this over and over and over. A lot of people still don't get it because they don't want this to be true because it would mess with their perfect life. And no one has a perfect life. If you don't have Jesus Christ, you're going to be searching for something. You're going to have a hole in your heart that will not be filled by anything but the truth of Jesus Christ. I can assure you that. So if you are someone that thinks I'm a weirdo or whatever, or thinks my videos don't make sense and I'm just a conspiracy theorist, please understand that once you know Jesus Christ, you can have a solid rock and foundation to stand upon. And if you're a true Christian, you will want to grow that relationship. You won't want to live in the sinful world. You will want to expose things because they should give you righteous anger about it. Right? Most of these people get fame, fortune, and success at what cost? The Bible tells us, right? If people give away their soul, they forfeit their soul, and you gain the whole world, what have you gained? Nothing. You don't take things with you when you die. It is very important to have salvation. That's the whole point of this channel, is to point people in the way of Jesus Christ. I want to use more scripture in these videos so people know that the world is biblical and that these signs, symbols, and agendas, the New Age people in the truth community will say, no, this is, right, like Ralph Smart of Infinite Waters. He talks about these signs and symbols, but he deceives people about them, right? I'm sure he probably knows what's going on, and he deceives because he makes money, and there's a very good chance he could be a Freemason. I don't know Ralph Smart, and I've prayed for that man. I remember getting into the New Age, and I thought that he was like an interesting personality on the internet. I listened to some of what he said because they will tell you some truth about things, but they'll leave out the gospel of Jesus. Or they'll talk about Jesus in a New Age way where he's a yogi and does meditation, and Jesus opened his third eye, right? The kingdom of heaven is inside you. It's inside your brain. Open your third eye so you can find out. That is what deceivers will say. Listen, to an extent. Again, I've researched both sides of these things. I think it's good to research what people put out there, right? There's channels that I follow or channels that I frequently watch just to see what they're putting out there, to see what kind of deception they put out there, and there's a lot of it. Hey, brothers and sisters, and if you're new to this, there's a lot of deceptions out there. Satan deceives people about the whole entire world, about creation, about who we are, right? We're made of stars. We're star seeds and indigo children. And right? Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff is New Age garbage. I was into the New Age. It's deception. It has to do with these signs and symbols. And not everyone that's doing this is into the New Age, but there's a lot of them that are into the New Age. A lot of them do meditation and yoga, etc. So brothers and sisters and everyone else, I hope you can take away from this video that I'm not trying to do things wrong with this channel. There's a lot of people that don't like it or don't get it, and I will pray for them and I will try and help them, but you know how YouTube comments go sometimes. I don't want to spend lots of effort if someone's just like yelling at me or swearing at me or just saying this, that, and the other, and not even trying to understand this stuff, right? You should not don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If you don't understand something, I understand that a lot of people don't get this, but this is true. I'm not lying to you. I show this stuff every day. I know these signs and symbols and agendas rule the world, and they are antichrist. This world is antichrist and fallen. If you want to fix that, you can't do it yourself. You need Jesus. Brothers and sisters, everyone else, God bless you.